Okay guys, so you know what time it is by the title of the video. This video, there won't be anything graphic, it's just going to be setting them, but the following trapping videos probably be a little graphic. I'll keep them, keep them low on that kind of thing, but I'll try my best with them. So, right here is what I'm starting with. I'm mainly just setting for fox and coyote. There's 6 number 2 dogless Montgomerys. I tagged them, and I got to go through my traps here and find some more suitable coyote and fox traps. So, gotta find them, get them tagged up, and then over here, I gotta put these quick links on. I don't boil traps or anything. I don't wax them. So all just go together and should have some good luck. So hope I do good, but we're gonna quick link these together to some Berkshire steaks. Quick link them up to them, and we'll show you guys the finished stack of coyote traps. Then we got to get lures and stuff together, but that's after. So, yep, got 6 so far, so we'll see if I have more. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna go with these 6 for now. I'll come back down later, see what I can find. I found some nice traps, but they need modified because the pans set way too high where they've worn. So I put a piece of rubber down in here so these don't get too much scent, but I don't really worry about the scent that much. Honestly, you don't have to dye your traps or whatnot. Now, I have had them flip my sets and whatnot. They've come and flipped them and set them off. But 9 times out of 10, they're not going to really notice. They're going to be too busy going towards the really strong bait. So, I don't know. I've caught coyotes like that with not dyeing them or boiling them or whatnot. So, see if it works again this year. So, like I said, there's 6 really old vintage Montgomery number 2 dogless. That's going to be my trap bin. That's just for the traps. That's one thing I will do, don't put your lures in with there, because then the trap's covered in that lure, and that's not what you want. That's the main thing you got to focus on, is just don't get your lure or those strong scents on there. You don't want that. I'm going to get a little basket to put this stuff in. Actually, I'm going to put it in here, because I don't use this thing. I think we're going to put our lures in this tote, keep them all sealed up. So, okay, what bait am I going with? Take some of this Arcade Predator Plus. I've wanted that for years. I finally got some. Need our pan covers. I'm going to keep them in here to the side there. And once we get out today, I'll put these back in with like a separate bag. Don't need antifreeze yet. Don't need it yet. I gotta kind of savor that. And I gotta put the coyote urine in here. And I'm gonna put the fox urine in that one. And these, they're not gonna fit in there, so I'll keep these separate in another basket. Like I said, you don't want to mix your lures in with your trapping supplies. I'll get those into those bottles. You won't see that, but you'll see them out on the field. Trying to think exactly what I want to take today. I'm not going to use any of this Dunlap war paint just yet. It's a super strong skunk smell, and I don't want to catch a fisher out of season, so I'm going to be a little easy with that. Let me take some coyote gland lure. Some of the sheep's wool. Now this doesn't really matter if it's contaminated, because it's going to be in your bait hole and that's where you want them to go. You want them to investigate that, nothing else. So, take a handful of that. Don't need much. I'm taking these out of here now. I don't want them getting scent on them. But so your little bait bin. That's all we'll need for a while. This stuff should last me. There's tons of cats around here. But, okay, what else? I did get another lure. Where did I put it? It's around here somewhere. I'll have to find it, but main things, you're going to want your sifter. This is going to go on with the traps. That doesn't really matter. You're going to want a nice stake driver. Use a Berkshire. This is. You're going to want this. Nice little trap and trowel. Come on. There. So I got a trapping trowel. This is going to stay in with here too. Doesn't matter. Your stake driver in here. That's going to be all you need for set making. Right there. That's all you need. So as far as that part, that's done. So now, we're just going to finish picking our lures. I'm not going to worry about taking a pad to put my knees on. I usually just crouch. I don't really kneel. So, okay. Today's lures, not using this. I don't want to catch a fish out of season. Because they love skunk. It's the main thing with them. Trust me, that's good for, you know, all kinds of canines and whatnot. But I don't want to catch a fisher right now. Especially out of season. So, this is Minnesota Red. Take some of that. Cat's running in and out. Pick a couple more out of here. These are a lot of water lures that I've had. Guess that's really about it. That's all like mink and raccoon and stuff. Mainly raccoon, but honestly, that's all we need. We need these 3 lures. Our wool and our urine. That's the main thing. Some sets, all you need is urine. That's all you want to use. So, yep, I'm going to seal this up. Double check, make sure there's nothing else I'm missing. Also, I'm going to take some pliers and whatnot, but yeah. Next time we should see you is out on my trapping property. So, I'll see you guys there. Okay, guys. So, we're at the first spot. I want to make a set. This is good for coyote, fox, raccoon, gray fox, skunk, possum. But if you look here, if you want to show them, someone's got a stand over there, but that's for deer season. So, but pretty much we got this grass here, and it runs between this cornfield and this cornfield. And if you see those woods with this grass, it connects to here. They can hunt mice in the grass. They can search the entire field for food as they're walking through here and see if anything's sitting out. And then at the same time, right here's the tractor trail. Runs all the way up along the woods and the field. Runs all the way down to the main road down there. So you've got a place they can run here. They'll run this to get to those woods or to just look across. They can lay low in here if they're stalking something in the field, and they can run out at it. So it's a good spot for it. So pretty much, since there's a stand over that way, I won't go too close to it, but I'm going to put a set right there where that grass is, where it's dampered down. I think it's either right there or right there or there. So you can figure out where I want it, but here's a, you can see it's run by Amish back here. You can see their tractor, but pretty much, I just want to keep it to where if they drive their tractors through or whatnot, a spot like that where they won't hit it or something. So, yep, I'm gonna go ahead, figure out exactly where I want this, take my first starting gear over to it. I'm gonna make 6 sets, at least with Travis here. I might come back later if I find some suitable traps, but I'm gonna go ahead and find exactly what spot I want. Because now I'm noticing it's dipped there, it might fill up with rain. So I'm gonna find a good spot here and then get back to you guys. Okay guys, so I found a spot here. It's not the highest part here. Over there I'd do it, but it's too lumpy. So pretty much I got my sifter, got my whatever you call it. But you can see it's a trap and trowel with a shovel on the end. Here, I think the best set I can make here would probably be a dirt hole. just for the fact of they'd look for mice here. So, alright, first thing you're going to do, if you're making a dirt hole like this, you're going to want to make a nice trapping bed area here. So we're going to dig out these big pieces of grass. You don't want them in there. Just throw them out of the way. I know a lot of people that trap them use a lot of stuff to cover up scent. But like I said, just don't mix your lures with your traps. Just don't do that. So, see, this is some pretty tough ground here. But it is a little wet, but it's not like it's gonna flood here. It's all gonna go to the dips around here. So this is a good spot. But we're gonna make a trap big enough and another inch around like for my trap. So you don't really want to dig this area out. Just throw this stuff back here for now. Just kind of pull it back. Don't get rid of this stuff. You don't know if you'll ever need it, so just leave it there for now. And as far as this dirt, just gonna start filling my sifter with what I can. Just fill your sifter with that stuff. Start scooping up. Should have brought my trowel out, but it should work fine. There's worms in here too. We'll just kind of go back on there, really. Like I said, just keep all your dirt. Don't go throwing the stuff everywhere. Just make a nice big bed here. Don't make it too deep. Maybe make it like an inch deep. Inch and a half. And you're always going to bed your trap here, so now what I do is pack it down in there a little bit. You don't want it to be a dip in there. So get everything nice and flat. Keep it flat, at least where your jaw's going to go. Like I said, you're gonna work this more as you set the trap. So now we got our dirt in the sifter, the bed's made. I'm keeping the four-wheeler over this way a bit so it's not sitting right there. Here's our traps, there's my tag. The quick links are on nice and tight. There's a disposable stake. So now we got our trap. We got our driving stake. I'm gonna set this real quick. Even if it sets off over there. I like setting them when they're on something nice and sturdy. I know you mainly set them on your lap and stuff, but I just had a shower. I don't want to get these dirty, so take our trap over. And if you see, that's flush. Absolutely flush the trap is. Now we're gonna see what we need to make about our bed to make it the right size. So we're gonna dig out the sides there a little bit more. The other sets, when I make them, they won't be this long, but since this is my first set of the year and, you know, I want to keep it all on here, we'll show it all. So, just gonna dig the sides out more. I'm gonna fill the bottom in a little bit more. It's kind of a little bit too dip there. Okay, see if that works. Yeah, that should work. So, also, I'm gonna pack dirt around it. That was too shaky, so that, you know, you pack dirt back around in there. So, now we got our disposable stake here. Here's a new driver I got for it. I'm gonna drive it right in the center of your trap bed. We're gonna start pushing it a little bit. See how far I can push it. Save you a lot of time. That's as far as I can push it by hand. So now we're gonna start hitting it with the trap and trail. Now, if I mentioned it before, I probably did. But when you're doing these, you're creating a surface here. See, now that's not good what's going on there. I'm making a slot there, but see. Pretty much with these stakes, you drive them in, pull the driver out. When you yank up on them, they set into the ground. Double. Make sure. Give it an all-around pull. Ain't coming out. So now you've got your stake bedded in. There's other ways of staking your traps, you know. You can use a drag and whatnot. I like using these. I feel like I'd be unlucky with drags. So now we're gonna get this into the ground here a little bit. Just gotta push that down in there. Don't want that sticking out. It will sit under the trap. What I'm gonna do here is put some dirt over top, like that. We're gonna grab our trap, set her on top. This chain can go down a little bit here and get bedded. You don't want that being all loose. Now I am a little rusty with setting traps. I haven't set for years, but you get some of this dirt that was pulled from behind here. Kind of pack that under where the gaps are. You don't want any gaps where it's going to start wobbling, and when they feel that, they are not going to go to the trap. So let's put some more of that down under here. Pack it down a little bit even. Don't want any of it being loose. See how it's starting to bed a little better there now? So see, we got a gap here. Get some more of your fill. Start packing it under. Like I said, keep all this grass here. It makes good backing. We're gonna keep doing this till there is no wobble in this trap. Do not want a wobbling. Now it can a little bit, but the whole thing of this is if they hit anywhere else on this trap and they push and it starts wobbling, then you got a problem. They know your trap's there and then they dig it up. So that's a big thing, is bedding. You want to make sure your trap's bedded really well. Next you're going to put some over under this side here. Under that. And the rest of the process goes really easy after you get this part done. But you really want a good bedded trap. Something I didn't do for years, and it cost me a lot of animals. So, went well bedded. A little bit more around the sides. So we're gonna flip our jaw back down here. bed it in there nicely. There's a little part in the back here that needs bed a little bit better. We're gonna fix that by putting some of that there. So now that that part's bedded, gonna want to fill this in a little bit here. Don't want any of this grass in here. That's when we're gonna grab our clean soil. Keep in mind, you can always have tons of soil around you. You can go and grab some more. Pack that down under there. Notice how no dirt's under the pan yet? That's when I put my pan cover on, is in a minute. Gets in the way though when you're trying to bed your trap like this. And you want it bedded around your jaws as well too. You want it packed around your jaws so it holds them still. Because in the center, once it's all bedded, in the center you put light dirt. You don't pack it in, because that's where they got to step. So, and I know this is a long process, but you know, when I start setting more traps, I won't film them this long. I'll just show the set and where I'm gonna make it. I figured I could show you guys how I do it. And you're gonna want to bed around this jaw too. Because there is still wobble in here. So there goes that dirt. So the trap is now bedded as well as I can bed it in that area. Get some more dirt around the area, not too close to it. Don't matter how you get it, like that. And something else we need. We need our trap covers. Pan covers. Right here they are. Had to order these because these are new traps to me. So, pan cover. It's a mesh. I want to set this over top. And that makes so no dirt gets under that pan. Okay. Now we're gonna do, screen our dirt over top. Just like this. And at this point you put some antifreeze around the area, and you put some under the trap if it's cold when you're doing it. I'll have to do that soon here, but at the moment it's not freezing. Next week I'll probably have to start using some antifreeze, but and it is a, you know, a decent process. I've only made a couple hundred of these sets. You know, I haven't done too many compared to other people. But this is just how I do it. Take all this time and then a raccoon or a possum comes along. But what we do with this dirt, that's no good. Put that in the back. Like I said, it makes more eye appeal there. And let's get some more dirt. Now usually my other sets I make would not even take this long, because I use really small traps. But now I'm using these. A lot bigger. Don't need too much more. It's always good though to get a nice coat of dirt on there. I'm gonna cut it for a second. You guys have seen this process so far, but I need one more pan of dirt because if they see that jaw, you're not catching them. So let me put a little bit more dirt on that left side around that jaw, and we'll see you guys in the next part. Okay, so you want to show them there. See how this tilts down? Like something was digging here and it started lifting up from all the dirt. So for this one, I'm gonna grab a rock. I'm gonna make a little mouthful. Now if you see right here, that's a great gray fox, coyote, fox trail, mainly raccoon. They all run this. So I'm gonna grab this rock right here. Butt's probably hanging out. But you can use a log for this. You don't even have to use anything, honestly, you don't. But I'm gonna. First set of the year, so make it special. Put that rock like that. Get yourself your trowel like this. Make yourself a hole down in there. Blend a little bit of this back over. Look a little natural there. I'm gonna put this dirt on top here. The more the better, especially in this case where it's a little tilted. Put your rock over top of the hole like that. If you want to come over and show them what I got here so far. So now you got a rock with the hole like that. This stuff can go over here for now. I don't need this anymore. This all goes back in that bucket. All the tools go there that I worked the ground with. And work with what you got around you. I'm going to put this corn stalk here. You want to funnel them in. You don't want them coming from the side here and then trying to get the bait out. You want them coming in from the front or even from an angle and stepping there to look down in there. So that's, I'd say about 10 inches that hole. And only way they're getting that bait is if they come head on or from an angle, but they always got to put their feet on there. So now what we're gonna do, some of this grass, sprinkle it around. That little corn cob is gonna make it to where nothing's stepping there. They're not gonna step on that. They want the nice, easy spots to step on. So we're making them, now I don't recommend using the grass, but it should be fine in this case. You're just going to want to make them step on that pan. So there, we've got it funneled to where they're going to step in this area. That's where the pan is. So last step, make sure you're done with the set. In this case I'm done with the set. First couple of catches, it's probably going to be a raccoon or a possum. because this is a cornfield. But when they run though, hit that tip. So, next step, this will really set the coyotes off. I've got some fox urine in this spray bottle. And we're gonna make it seem like a fox had caught something, buried it in that hole, and then marked his territory with this fox urine. So then a coyote will come by, you know, to mark his territory and steal the bait. So, spray this here. Right on the rock, that's enough, no more. Cut this off, don't get it on your hands. I mean, you can use gloves, but that's the part I get rid of, so I don't mess with the lures like that. And for this set, last thing I do is I go by with some lure. Last thing I do, and then you get away from the set. For this part though, we gotta get some bait. So I'm using RK Predator Plus. I've wanted this for a while, but finally ordered some supplies, so put that tape in there. Open her up. Smells pretty good. Smells like a bait I've smelt before. It's probably bobcat meat. Get yourself a little thing of sheep's wool. You don't have to use this part, but it's just eye appeal. I get a little stick. And get some bait on the sheep's wool. That's enough bait. You don't need more than that. It's all nice and clean. Smell it on my hands. You're going to want to put this down in the hole. Hole stick. So now, we've got sheep's wool and bait in there. It's not visible from the air, because in PA you can't have something to where they can see it from the air. But that's my first set of the year. Dirtholes done. And you can blend some grass over top of that, but I'm going to leave it how it is. So, first set of the year, right there. Dirthole. I'm going to set 5 more with Travis. Do it a little faster now. But, yeah. That's a Dirthole for you guys. So, yep. I'm going to set some more. I'll see you along the line. Okay, guys, so next set here. If you want to show them along here, we've got another grass path that goes to those woods, to these woods. Intersects with the edge of another field that wraps around those woods. We've got a hill here where they can stand up and look down on. We've got a ridge here in the middle of the cornfield. There's trails. There was coyote scat up that way. And also, I tried to bed this trap up there in the grass path, but didn't work out. Pulled the stake, probably 60 or 70 pounds of pressure I did on it, and it pulled it right out of the ground. So, coyote could have done that. That wasn't straight up, that was on an angle. So, when you're doing these, pull them on an angle. You know, that's what they're going to be pulling. They're not going to be levitating in the air and then lifting straight up. So, it's a good spot. There's trails going through there. I'm sure, once again, you can catch a raccoon, possum, skunk, you can catch any of that in here. But here's the trap. Figured it out where it would stay in. I pushed it in 2 inches, it stopped. So there must have been a root it caught onto. But drove it all the way down, got another trap bed. And if you see, this one's way more flush, how I have it bedded here. I'm figuring out what I want to do. I don't know if I want a scent post set here, or if I want to do a compass set, or a dirt hole. I feel that a dirt hole would do best, because, once again, they've got grass here that they hunt the mice. So, I think that would be a good one to set for. It's a spider on me. But I'm gonna finish this set off, and I'll show you guys when it's done. Okay guys, so finished set. It's a flat set slash dirt hole. See, I've got it blended in. Oh, actually, it's a flat set, dirt hole, and compass set. So you've got our log backing, and right on top here, there's coyote urine. Here's the hole. I put some more of the sheep's wool and some of that RKs in there. Here's our set. We've got a little guide, piece of grass here, got a piece of grass there. It's heavy enough it won't blow around. We've got this to funnel them in, and then we've got 1 hole, 2 hole, 3 hole. Each one has a different lure in it. So this is an all-around set, and hopefully what happens is they'll walk through, work the first hole on either side, and then work the middle hole, which hopefully at that point they'll have stepped in the center, and then they'll work the dirt hole. So it's a combination, but if you look, that's not going to overwhelm something. That's, you know, it's like a easy flowing set. There's not much there. So hope I can catch one here. Like I said, there's a lot of sign around here, but probably raccoon will ruin it, but it won't take long to set it since everything's bedded already. Well, staked in. So yep, see you guys in the next set. I'm gonna figure out where I want it. If you show them down there, down where that house is on the main road there, that is a main road. See a car going there now. I don't want to go too far down because there's a lot of thieves around here, if I'm being honest. So if I can just keep away from that road a distance, I think I should be fine. So we're gonna find the next set. I don't want to overset a place. You just don't want to have too many. So I'm gonna figure out where I want it. I'm leaning towards maybe up on that corner right up there where those trees are. I'll figure it out. Okay guys, so third set here. You can see there's a trap bedded there, and this is a trail. So difference between this trail and the other trails, this is a small trail where it's tunneled, right? There's one over there, but there's corn stalks and stuff everywhere from raccoons, so that's mainly raccoon, possum and stuff. Of course you'll catch them in this, you'll catch anything that runs here. But the main thing about this one that points it out from a raccoon trail or whatnot is, I just want to show you guys that before I cover it up, you can't see it. So basically with a set like that, a blind set is what it is. You don't do anything. All you do is bed the trap on the left or right side of the trail. You don't want it in the center. You know, tilt it to left or right, however you want it. You got your blind set. You don't do anything else. You bed the trap. Don't be afraid to cover it with what was on the trail. That's what you want to do. Now if you look, it comes to the line here, and if you look, it disappears. Completely disappears. There's no trail. And what points that out from a raccoon or whatnot is with the raccoon trail, this would go all the way to that field. Groundhogs or whatnot, they'd all run this. That would be right to that field like the other trails we saw. With this, the fox and coyote, they come out of the trail, and if you look here, it's grass. They're hunting along the way as they're coming to hunt here. But if you look, the trail disappears as it gets to the field, and what they do is, what it seems like is, they go down in this rut here, and they run it up the sides. And if you look, there's no trail leaving here except that really nice trail there. So what they're doing is they come out and then they hug the wood lines here, hunt that part, and then they go on the fields if they don't see anything. So real quick, let's show them what a raccoon trail is looking like. This is another good raccoon trail. It's not the best, but I think that is possum. If you look, there's a hole there. That's definitely going to be a possum or a groundhog. But here, this is a good example of that. If you look in there, there's corn all up through the trail. There's 2 boulders there. One of the boulders has a corn cob on it. You can see the corn husk up on the boulder. Just gonna zoom in on that real quick for you guys. And as you zoom in out, these here, well, this trail at least, come straight through here, right? Now it looks like the other trail. It's not as beaten down as that one, but this is a raccoon trail for sure. Of course they will run this, the coyotes and stuff, but they'd rather do that. If you look here, you can see that trail going all the way to the field, and it goes in there. So that's a good example of that. I'm gonna blend that set in. Definitely put some dirt over. If you're trying to catch a raccoon or whatever, you don't gotta put dirt over, just cover it with leaves and stuff. But since I'm going for the coyote and fox and gray fox, cover it up with dirt like usual, and then cover it with leaves. They're not gonna stop you getting a catch. Just put a light layer of leaves or whatnot that was on the trail, and then they won't even notice. So I'm gonna finish that set and then show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. Okay guys, so here's the trail going in, and my trap's there. That's the pan. So hopefully we can get something here. See you on the next set. Okay guys, so we're on a field line here. Here's the corner of the field, and here's halfway between the other corner. I pulled this stump from back there. It was rotted sitting there, and turned it to a dirt hole. So put the hole under the stump, put the stump here, and right here's the trap. So should be a good set. I put a lure in a hole here, and then the bait's back in the hole, and I'll put some fox urine on the back of that. So hopefully we get one here too. More than likely I'm expecting a raccoon from this one, but we'll see what we get. So down over there, down at the corner of this field here, in that corner we went in the woods. I was going to do a gray fox set. Put the stake in, pulled it right out. There was another spot earlier like that, so there'd be other sets out, but you got to really make sure that your stake's really in the ground. You don't want something going off with your trap. Not even for the fact of losing a trap, but you don't want something having a trap on it. So really make sure your stakes are in the ground, and you know, that would have been 2 sets that if I didn't check, you know, they get pulled out. So alright, 2 more sets to make, and I know these ones will go in the ground, so these should be some pretty quick sets. But yep, first day of me trapping this year. It's gonna be six like really well done sets. So yep, there's a dirt hole. So see you guys at the next set. Okay guys, just finished another set. Up right about there along that ridge is the last set. Comes on this trail, grass path to there, that ridge. The first set I showed on film was the next green line there, but as you can see, made another dirt hole. Hope I get something off it. Hopefully I get the red fox that I'm trying to catch. Got my ducks, but yep. Okay, set. I just used the piece of corn that was there, the cob, to block them off. But right there's the hole. There's urine on it, and I used gland lure up under the log. So yep. The next set is the last set, and yeah, we'll see once it's done. Okay guys, so I decided to put the last one down here. That's just too good of a spot. There's the main road. This is the area that the fox come out of, that come up and kill my duck. So hopefully I'll kill him here. That barn over there where that pond is, you can't see it. I asked them and they said no to muskrat trapping. So, but you see this path here, about this long, and the rest is someone else's, but I'm good friends with them too, but I didn't ask, so I'm gonna stay off there. But this here, this green, I'm gonna set one right here. So this should be good enough soil. So let's get our last set in for the day. And I'm gonna leave out 6 sets because I'm not selling fur. I'm just doing, you know, I'm self-tanning and turning it into stuff that, you know, I want to make. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set this up and see what we come out with. This is more than likely gonna be a I don't know, some sort of like grass dirt hole that blends into the grass. So yep, see you once it's done. Okay, so show them that for a second actually. So this is a different kind of set. Well, it's still a dirt hole, but if you see, I used the natural grass that's here and put a hole under it, and down in there is some bait, and then I put some skunk essence lure, and I put some fox urine on the grass. And then in front here, trap is right in the center where there's nothing that they would avoid stepping on, and hopefully you'll see it. So hope you guys enjoyed. The traps go up from here all the way up. So there's 6 sets. That's more enough for me. Like I said, I don't need too many furs. I just want to bring them down a little bit around here because, you know, they're coming up in my yard and everything, so I don't want that. So, yep, hope you guys enjoy this. Yeah, hopefully I catch them. So, I'll start filming from now on the trapping. And, yep, last one. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know if I'll have trapping and then camping and other things I do, or just how I make them. But, yeah, see you guys in the next video.